Pray to the Most High, the sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life.
Yahawashi, blessed be Yahawah, blessed be Yahawashi.
Welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout. Shalawam, y'all.
Because this is where the Helpmeets Hangout. Hey,
welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout.
Hey,
This is where the Helpmeets Hangout. And this is where we hang out, and this is where we be at, and this is where we hang out, and this is where we see it, and this is where we pull out the Bible and the precept.
All praises. Look at this. It's why? Every time I get to start doing something, why?
Shalom, y'all.
Shalawam.
Do you hear the washer in the background?
Maybe, it's okay.
Maybe I should cut it off until we get done.
No, you shouldn't. It ain't that deep. We can still hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna just make sure I talk up a bit then. But kind, Lord and sisters are doing well. Shalom.
Hey, you guys. Look at all the sisters in the chat. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
That's just to say, I finally caught it live. All praises.
Yeah. All praises.
It'd be like
so, yesterday I went. Ouch. So yesterday I went on our Helpmeets Hangout YouTube, and I saw that Lily responded to comments, and so the one she didn't respond to that she didn't see, I responded to him. So we are finally caught up on our comments. So forgive us for late responses. We will do better, Lord willing. But yeah, we love y'all.
We appreciate all the support.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'll praise to the Most High.
Kind, but before we get into talking a little bit too much, let's go ahead and pull out the foundational. You feel me? The foundation, the founday day. I'm gonna start calling it the founday day. The founday day. Okay. No, that don't sound right. Never mind. 1 Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. Can y'all hear me on this microphone? If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahawah giveth. That Yahawah in all things will be glorified through Yahawashi Mashiach, to whom be praised the men, forever and ever. Amen. So we want to speak the oracles of the Most High. We don't want to be talking our own belly. We want to speak and do those things that are pleasing in the sight of the Most High and give him the praises, because it is only of the Most High's ability. It's only because he allowed us to get on here, had this podcast. So, Carly, how about you, Mount Shine?
And before we get into today's topic, today's episode is brought through by the Holy Spirit, And if you haven't already, ladies, make sure you go get your book, 21 Days to Love Your Husband, by this beautiful sister here, Sister Abarriyah. And she also has another workbook. So if y'all need something to feed y'all spirits, please get into these wonderful, wonderful books that the sister has, okay? So
I'm thinking about doing like a sisters challenge, like for anybody, nationwide sister challenge of the 21 Days to Love Your Husband, so that way we can do it together. But I'll keep y'all posted, and if the Most High, that's what he wants me to do, I'll drop a date. But yeah, so I'll praise the Lord for the support. I'll praise the Most High. Call it how
I'll praise it. I had to run and go get it real quick. I was like, hold up,
child, I need to be doing a challenge, okay? Get my life together.
Why you think I went and got it? Okay, I was like, girl, I got that. I bought that, and I brought some incense, and I just was like, listen, I need to get my spirit together, because the last couple of weeks been a little bit like, girl, get it together, honey. Right. And that's really a good way to kind of go into what today's topic is about. I'm gonna let Sister Abarriyah.
No, why you gotta? It's on Amazon. She said, "Where do we get the book from?" It's on Amazon, but oh, bless you, baby. If you So the Amazon link is in my Instagram bio, just to make it easier. My Instagram is in the description. description box. So if you look in the description box of this YouTube, this video right now, you should see both of our Instagrams. If you click my Instagram, the Amazon link is in the bio. So
I'm about to put it on
yes.
my link tree.
But see, you want me to introduce the topic? Okay, so we're just gonna be talking about I know y'all seen the title, The Deception of Pride. Y'all probably like, what is that? What are they talking about? What do they mean by that? The deception of pride. But all praise most high, Ayana Barsis. More so just kind of going into not having that mindset of, oh, that could never be me, honey. But it could be, you know what I mean? And so I'm gonna get the microphone to Lily.
Now she gonna introduce the topic and pass it off to me that quick. Okay, well, Con, a lot of times, we see other people going through certain things, and in the world, I remember I actually learned this before I learned about the truth, but somebody that I knew, they would always be like, oh, such and such is doing this and that and going through this and going through that, and oh baby, that could never be me. And that's a very prideful statement. And I was just thinking, like, you really can't say that, because you don't know, what or how you will react a lot of times. Because we can always say, like, hey, how do you think you will react? But it's like when you get in that moment, like, then you know how you will react. Like, like, or people could say, like, for the end times, they were like, oh, I'll make sure I call on the name of the Most High. But are you really going to do that? Like, so you kind of got to be careful about what you say and how you say it, because, the Lord could definitely put you in that same situation. And I'm going to pass it to Abarriyah while I find this preset real quick.
I guess, and even more so, like, not even only just saying it, but also thinking it, because even the things we think in our head, we're saying those things inwardly, and the Most High, He still hears those things. And I guess, it also just kind of ties into being empathetic and sympathetic when needed, when our sisters are going through it, and not kind of shunning them, if that makes sense. Like, because people in the world, sometimes they look down upon you when you're going through things and when you're battling certain spirits. And that's why sometimes it's hard for sisters in this walk to open up about the things they struggle with or be vulnerable, because they're used to people looking down on them, like we're supposed to righteously judge, meaning rebuke with love when needed, but not judging in the fact of, oh, that could never be me. Why she doing that? What she must have been doing? Because when all hell breaks loose, people already, they swear up and down you done did something wicked. Like Job, they thought that the scripture said he was a perfect upright man. Me and Lily, we talked about this in a Bible study call. Because it says he was upright, that doesn't mean that he didn't go off, because we know Ecclesiastes 7:20 says, for there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not. So he was a just man, but yet he still, he failed just like we did. But he was perfect and upright, right? He was a good man. He kind of think about David, a man after the Most High's heart. But when Job was going through it, his friends, they automatically assumed like he was doing some wicked behind closed doors. So sometimes when we go through things, people already assume, well, what she must have been doing, to do that. See, that couldn't be me, because I keep the commandments, and I couldn't go through nothing like that, because us, it is true, we don't deal with stuff like that. But Job was keeping the commandments, and he lost everything.
Yeah.
So
I had this precept in Galatians. Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Child, my kids over here cutting up.
She said, "Ooh, hold on, y'all. Hold on."
My husband like, what are they doing? Child, he went and got another kitten, and so they just been together, just cutting up. So it's just driving me crazy. Sorry, y'all, but the precept I had is Galatians 6:1. It says, "Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted." So it's just like I was saying before, like, and this topic is listen, talking to myself really, because when I used to be at camp, I used to just be so like, oh my goodness, oh my God. Like, and Sister Abarriyah made a video and was like, when you see people, you really supposed to be praying for them. You're not supposed to be talking about them. You're not supposed to be doing all of that. So that had like cut me up in my spirit. I was like, oh shoot, I need to get myself together because I don't even have it all together. And just thinking like everybody don't have it all together. Like you kind of gotta be walking on eggshells because you don't even know what your end is going to be. You don't know how the Most High might allow Satan to come and tempt you and have you in certain situations and to test your faith, to try you, to prove you, and things like that. So, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So, for you to be like, oh, well, I ain't, it's prideful. And, you really got to put on the spirit of meekness and, like humble down. So,
Kind. That was a great point. That definitely was a great point. I was going to say something, but I lost my train of thought. But something I thought about was like again, just being humble, man. Just being humble. That's what it boils down to. Humility. Because first of all, we're not supposed to look down on our people like of like again rebuke when needed with love, but we're not supposed to ever look down on our people as if we're better than them because that pride of, oh, that could never be me. That's that I think I'm better, and we're not better because the only difference between the sisters in the faith and the sisters not in the faith is that we're in the faith. That's the only difference, and that's only because of the Most High's mercy and grace. Let me get these
uh,
two precepts.
that's Titus chapter 3. That'd be my favorite.
um, Titus 3:3. For we are, I'm gonna start at 2. To speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, but gentle, showing our meekness to all men. We ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another. But after that, the kindness and love of Yahawah, our Savior, toward man appeared, not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy he saved us by the washing of regeneration, a renewing of the Holy Ghost, which he showed in us abundantly through Yahawashi HaMashiach our Savior. It says, not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy he saved us. Let's get another one. This is Ephesians 2:8. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of Yahawah, not of works, lest any man should boast. We didn't do anything to come into this truth. We had no works. It was only because of mercy and grace. It says, not of works, lest any man should boast. We shouldn't be boasting. We shouldn't be saying, oh, we shouldn't have nothing negative or wicked to say about anybody in the truth and not in the truth, because it's only of the Most High's mercy and grace. I was reading Numbers this morning, and the Most High stripped Aaron of his garments. And on a spiritual level, who's to say the Most High can't strip us of our garments? Who's to say the Most High can't take our candlestick away? We don't know who that sister is. We don't know if she could be the elect. She might not be in the truth now, but who's to say she can't come in the truth? Like, who are we? Literally, who are we? We're nobody but dust and ashes, and we got to remember that and go down. This is Genesis 18 and um, 27, Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. We are only but dust and ashes. So we have to remain humble, especially when it's coming down with our sisters in the world. If anything, we're supposed to be a light to them and uplift them in our speech. Because if we're
Um,
murmuring and talking about them, they're going to be like, y'all ain't no different than me. How y'all supposed to be in this truth, but y'all over here talking about me? Got to be that light, man.
John, I had Proverbs 16:18. It says, pride goes before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. So it kind of like goes into that too, like understanding what spirits come with pride, understanding, how it could really tear things down. And I wanted to get Proverbs chapter 14 and 1. It says, every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. And our house is the house of Israel. So, that goes into our brothers and sisters too. It don't only go to your specific household. Like a lot of scriptures are manyfold, but you gotta have that spirit of wanting to build it up. Now, when you go through things and be tested and be proved, and you're gonna go through things, sometimes you're gonna fall short. Like it says, a just man falleth 7 times, so we gotta get back up. So just the same way that you're tempted and you go through things, like, you know the next person can. So don't think that just because another person is going through something a little bit harder, that it couldn't be you in that situation. And you kind of gotta remember, like, the Lord is in control, not you. Not you. You're not in control, baby girl. Not in control. Um, I had one more thing to say, but I forgot. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna pass it to you while I think about what I was about to say. My bad.
No, you're good, Con. Con. Let me get this precept because Christ was meek. This
Left
is
my
Matthew
phone.
5:5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And meek is just being humble. Let's
Um,
go to the blue letter. Shalawam. Shalawam.
I really forgot what I was about to write, y'all. Dang. What was it?
In the Strong's G4239, meek means mildness of disposition, gentleness of spirit, meekness. Okay, gentle. When you look up meek, quiet, gentle, easily imposed on, submissive, patient, long suffering, humble. Those are synonyms.
Oh,
So we're supposed to be meek. We're supposed to walk after Christ's footsteps and being humble, man, because it could be us. And, you know, I guess I want to propose a question to sisters like, what is it? Because even I know sometimes when you see a sister going through like certain things, you might be scared that could happen to you. So let me ask this question to sisters: how do y'all go about that? Like when you see a sister going through something, spirit of fear might hop on you because you don't want to go through the same thing. Do y'all struggle with that? If so, how do y'all go about that? I want to open that up.
fine. And while sisters answer that question, I had this the precept I was talking about, like when I was talking about like the last days. It reminded me of Luke 18:8. It says, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? So it's just like, it's gonna be far and few in between that their faith will uphold. So we kind of gotta uh, focus on the things that remain and strengthen them. But Khan, I want to know how do sisters handle that? How do you handle um, not having that spirit of fear jump on you, like, you know, because
What was that precept you just read?
Luke chapter 18 and verse it really start at 7, but I read 8. I kind of got right to the point.
God. I mean, I know that's happened to me before, and first of all, just rebuking fear, and second of all, like being there for my sister, and not like just being there for her, like
Con,
not making it about me. Like, oh my gosh, And of course I'm not gonna tell her that because this is my time to be there for her, but still not making it about me. Scared that I could go through that same thing, and if I do, the Most High give me strength. He'll be with me,
Fine.
and that goes into what we're talking about. Oh, it can never be me, but what if it is you? What are you gonna do then when the tables are turned?
My. Sorry.
And just also just not leaning on understanding and worrying, just enjoying where we are right now, living in the moment, and not worrying about what may happen in the future. Of course, preparing our spirits for the times we're coming in, obviously, but we don't know what our lots look like right now or in the future. So, not seeking things out too hard for you, trying to figure out, oh, is this going to happen to me? Oh, am I going to go through this? Like, you don't know what the Most High has planned for you. So, just and live in the moment and just continue to allow the Most High to guide you in your walk and take no thought for tomorrow. And don't seek out things that are above you. So, let me get this.
Fine. I got a real I got it's not crazy, but I got a real good question. I got a real good question.
Let me read this real quick. Sirach, so you don't forget. Sirach 3:21. Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search out things that are above thy strength. But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence, for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret.
Fine. Pray it off and giving it to the Most High. Repeating mantras and giving faith into the Most High. Kind of gotta fast and pray those spirits away. Did you have another precept, sis? Oh, I thought you said two. All right, y'all.
Oh,
Only two sisters answered this. There's 9 people in here. I want to see what sisters are saying. Y'all want the do y'all want the example first, or do y'all want the question first? I got an example, like I got a testimony, and then I got a
do the
question.
example first.
Okay.
No, do the question first.
You sure?
I'm not gonna blame you.
All right, I'm gonna do it the first way you said it. All right, so I think I talked about this before. So, example. Okay, all right. I'm gonna do the example. So it was I was it was myself and 2 other sisters, and long story short, it was a spirit of fear on another sister, and it had hopped on me, and I just kind of like backed away from talking to the sister because I just was like, listen, I don't want no spirits hopping on me. Boom, the spirit did already hopped on me, like me not even perceiving. But then, because I think I told sisters about this before, but then like after I prayed about it and I talked to the Most High about it, I had, talked to another sister, and I just was like, well, I'm just letting you know, I don't want to move like that because what if it was me? Like what if it was me? I wouldn't want my sisters to abandon me. So I had to pray on that thing. Sometimes you have to pray and fast together, but you know, that changed our sisterhood. Like it changed our sistership, and as much as you kind of wanted to go back to being the same and regular how it was, like it just didn't. But you kind of gotta give it to the Most High and don't give into fear because Satan is looking. He's looking for that small little crack, that small little opening, just to, um, separate sisters, separate, Israel, and have us go back to the way the curses were, having that evil eye towards one another when it's a simple means and matter of communication and just loving your sister and being like, you know what, even if she do got a spirit on her, like I'm not gonna let her fight that alone, as much as possible. I'm gonna do what I can do the spirit to help her. But yeah, don't let the spirit of fear hop on y'all like that. Like, cause, you know, and I know man's goings are of the Lord, but at the same time, as much as humanly possible as you can, like do your best to, rebuke that spirit, because in Luke 10:19, it tells us that we have dominion over them, like for them to flee away from us. And all you have to do is ask the Lord, and ask that believing, and it'll be, it might not happen in your timing, but it'll happen in the Lord's timing. So, that's my example.
I was hoping you kept talking because my washer going crazy right now, standing at the last minute, and I ain't want to see you in the background. So go ahead and ask your question.
Y'all listening?
Well,
Can y'all hear me?
hold on, because I want to say something real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
But something I thought about was, you know, when we go through these. Remember, I talked about in the last podcast that Christ said, "Bear you one another burdens," because the things we go through, they are burdensome. That's why it says, "Bear you one another burdens." So when your sisters are going through things, it's gonna be heavy. So sometimes you're gonna feel that with her, meaning that spirit might hop on you too. You're gonna feel that pain she's going through. That's why the scriptures say, "Weep with those who weep, mourn with those who mourn." Because when your sisters are going through hard times, you're gonna feel that pain with her. And so that's what bearing that burden looks like. And, warning the spirit with her, fasting and praying for and with her, and not distancing yourself because of fear that you might go through the same thing. Because in a sense, you are going through it with her. You know what I mean? You might not be going through that exact same thing, but you fighting with her. You know what I mean? So, something I thought about.
Okay, all praises. So, this is something I've seen on social media, and the question is, because some people like, oh, they could never be me. I know that I'm Israel. If you found out that you are another nation besides Israel, what would you do? Would you still keep the law, statutes, and commandments, or would you go live your best life? I want to know. I want to know what sisters are saying, because some people like, that could never be me. I know my roots, and then bam, you find out like you're another nation, and I ain't even just gonna put it just on one nation. I mean, any other nation. How you handling that, Sister Abarriyah?
So I seen that too, and I told my head, I said, I'd cry. I would cry. Like, I'm finished. Like, this is not funny.
I'm
Like, I'm
done.
going to cry. Lord forbid, though. But I also told my head, I said, it's funny because we talking about that. I said, ain't no way I'm another nation with these curses we dealing with. I just ain't that. There's no way. There's absolute no way. But child.
God, that's just said I would be devastated.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta deal with it.
But I have faith that we are Israel, wholeheartedly, because
God,
the Spirit beareth witness, and these curses is real. Yeah, I would be devastated. I would cry. Um, I'm gonna be honest.
God. The sister said, "Ain't no best life outside the law, statutes, and commandments. I will cry about still keep the law."
I mean, let's be real. Would some of y'all go live your best life? I'll just be honest. Like, salvation ain't for me. So I don't know how y'all think on that. Like,
No, cause listen, what if you find out I think that's a really good example, because it will really humble you. It will really humble you, because some people just, it's like we don't know everything. We don't know everything. It says, "No, I wouldn't want to be in the fire." Right, child. That's one for the books right there. Whoever came up with that question, you was on your thinking stool,
okay,
because it's just like, you go through so many things, and that's something that you just, I don't know. It's just something that never had crossed my mind. So I wanted to know what sisters thought. Like, you think it can't be you, but you go further enough back, it might could be. So
Well, I'm gonna say this. I like again, y'all know the memes y'all be seeing, like y'all know the memes that it be saying like black moms on Saturday mornings or black moms on Sunday mornings. Bro, we all live the same life, bro. Like when it comes to like maybe like tradition stuff or
mm-hmm.
you know that drunk uncle at the barbecue or something like that. Like I believe we are Israel because we all got some similar stories.
I know we did. I feel like we all live the same life. I seen a sister post that the other day. Like, did we all live the same life? I think we did.
Definitely.
And it really don't. And it's crazy because like through the time span of like when I grew up to like when you grew up, like, but I still think like it all kind of like lines up the same somewhat. Because I just wanted to know what would sister's reaction be, because it's just like,
Honestly, also like it.
no, you fine.
I was gonna say my flesh want to say I'd go live my best life.
Okay.
But I'm just being honest. But
like I might as well live it up now.
But I will say that I would at least want a crumb. So in order for me to get a crumb, I'd have to humble down and bow down. But anyways, I think I'm Israel. I think we are Israel. Lord. But we're gonna shift gears a little bit. We want to propose a different question that is off topic. Think of it as a commercial break. So y'all know how us in this truth, we are not supposed to keep pagan holidays and we're not supposed to celebrate our birthdays. So here's the question of this little commercial break segment. Do you think that posting yourself on your birthday and saying all praise to the Most High for another year is a part of celebrating your birthday? Or do you see celebration as purely just going out and having a good time? Now, also, I want to say, do you think that you should even acknowledge your birthday? Because we wake up every day, we say all praise to the Most High for another day. Do we post that? Do we post every single morning a picture of ourselves saying all praise to the Most High for another day, that I saw another day of life? So why is it when our curse day comes, we feel the need to do that? Do y'all think that going out to eat on your curse day is celebrating it, although you're not having a big party and posting all about yourself? What are y'all thoughts? I want to know y'all thoughts. And I'm going to tell y'all my thoughts. I don't think we should acknowledge it at all. I don't think we should celebrate in the slightest bit. Because, again, like, you got to think, why do people post stuff on social media? For it to be seen, right? Of course, people post their beautiful lives and stuff, but, they post it so people can see it. Social media. So when you post yourself and you say, our person will sign for another year of life, you're doing it so you could be seen. And why? What's the need to acknowledge it? We're here. It's July 28th, Sunday afternoon, or morning, depending where you are. And none of us has posted ourselves, our praise the Most High, I'm still 22 today. We don't post ourselves every single day. So I feel like when we do that on our birthdays, our curse days, we do that to low-key acknowledge ourselves. You know what I mean? And it's so serious to the point where Job, he had to, if I'm not mistaken, he had to do something on behalf of his kids because they were celebrating their birthday. So it's like, I don't know. What y'all think? First of all, we shouldn't be celebrating at all. Like, that's off. We shouldn't be celebrating at all. And I don't think we should acknowledge it either. But that's me.
Ooh, the sister said it. Off.
Right, period.
You
gotta pick and choose. You want to be Israelite or you want to be a Wordalite? I mean,
not a Wordalite. Oh Lord, Babylonite.
Okay.
You want to be a Babylonian?
Like, you gotta pick and choose. Bro.
I say, I'm kind of. It's not that I'm on the fence, but acknowledgement and celebrating, I think, are two different things. If you've been through a lot in the last past year, um, giving thanks to the Most High to say all praises, thank you, Lord, for allowing me to endure through all that I've been through in the last year to see, you know, it'll be 30 years for me. 30 years. I don't find anything wrong with acknowledging and saying thank you to the Lord. Now, you don't have to post that. I mean, every morning when I wake up, I don't know how y'all prayers look in the morning, but my prayers, I thank the Lord for every day that I get to wake up. So for me, it's kind of not offline of thanking the Most High for another day. It's kind of in alignment because I pray that every morning, but I wouldn't go out to eat just if I already didn't have plans that week to go just eat regularly, I wouldn't. um I want to say something, but I kind of feel like that's off because but I'll say it like this. I usually take that day to spend time with the Most High. I'll put it like that, if that makes sense. If you're spiritual, if you got ears to hear, if you got eyes to see, you know. I usually take that day and spend it with the Most High, and I usually try to do like 2 days, usually maybe like the day before and that day, or like that day and the day after, um, to give praise to the Most High for me still being alive because a lot of the things that we go through, um, as a people, a lot of our people don't get to see certain ages. A lot of our people don't get to see, don't make it to. I just was watching something with a little boy. He passed away in his sleep. He was 16. Or, like the sister that just, got unalived by the police, So I don't think giving praises to the Most High for allowing us to um, do more of his work, another year. Like, thank you, Lord, for allowing me to do all these works and things like that and acknowledging it. I don't find anything wrong with that. Now, when you getting gifts and you going out, you got a birthday cake, you got a birthday outfit, you got you don't have to make a whole big old post and announcement. That's it. Like, I don't feel like when you shout it out to the rooftops, that's my thing. You don't have to do that. You could just give your thanks to the Most High in peace, just you and yourself. Um, Con, that's my piece on it.
Con, yeah, I don't think none. My bad if y'all misunderstood me. No, over there, public shot. Definitely praising the Most High, for it, because I say in my thank you. I say in my daily prayer, the water for the Most High for another day as well. But my thing is more so like you not having to post it. That's my whole thing. Oh, dang, but it fell out of the wall. My whole thing is not having to post it. I just don't. I really don't see the point in that. I genuinely don't see the point of having to post it publicly. That's me. Um, but I don't think nothing wrong with praising the Most High. Obviously, you can never praise the Most High too much. You're supposed to praise the Most High. But yeah, me personally, I don't see the point
So
in.
then, so what about anniversaries? Like you and your husband anniversary? Or so would you find that, like, would you think that to be something? Because that's virtually the same thing. It's just, it's a start date of something that you're acknowledging. So how do you feel about that?
Uh, I don't know.
Because people post that. People post that. People like all praise to the Most High. We've been married for 15 years. We've been married for 3 years. We've been married for, our first anniversary. All praise to the Most High. So it's it's still an anniversary. It's just called something different. It's called a birthday. It's just an anniversary of your birth. So
That's a good point. Now that you put it like that, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, I see people post that, and I know in the past, like I've got my head anniversary gift, and we've done some for it. Um,
this interesting.
yeah,
I
you
want to
kind of
know
treat
what
me up
sisters
there.
think.
You kind of
I
treat me
want
up
to know
there
what y'all
because
think.
like we give, of course we give the praise to the Most High, for allowing us to see another year in our marriage. Um, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Treat me up there.
I don't think it's necessarily wrong, but per se, I
But
don't celebrate mine
me
either.
personally, I don't even, you know, me personally, I don't even make this big post when it is our anniversary. I don't really
Yeah,
post much about my personal life in general.
right. Me either.
So, uh, I don't know. What y'all think?
I want to
But
know what y'all
I don't know. Like,
think.
there's no, I don't know because now I'm thinking like, kind of.
No,
I don't
I
think.
that sister said she will remember how many years they've been together and how old I am. I could say, child, I don't be remembering. I'll be like, hold on, how old am I?
I be forgetting my head birthday. I be having to ask, when your birthday again? I get confused
Yeah,
on the day, and then I just turned 21. He didn't even know I was turning 21, and part of me was like, dang. But I was like, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. He was like, you finna turn 21? I was like, but it's like we don't keep up with those things. You know what I mean? And it's
God,
not like I'm over here counting down, like, oh my gosh, our anniversary. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But as far as birthdays, like, I don't know. As far as birthdays, it's in the Bible, so we're
God,
not supposed to do that. But as far as anniversaries, this is how I see it. Where there's no law, there's no sin. And yeah. Then
yeah,
I
I
guess
don't know.
one could go to say,
Are
well,
we gonna say we are
it ain't a sin.
celebrating a union that the Most High put together? So that's why it's like, okay, this is a union that the Most High put together. So this is why we're giving thanks to the Most High today. But then the born day is like, okay, this is the day that the Lord allowed me to, you know, I don't know. So I don't know.
What are you saying?
Okay, what I'm saying is I'm giving logic and reason for both. Why people would say it's okay to do either or. So anniversary would be okay. This is a union that the Most High brought together. This is a holy union that the Most High brought together. Both are creations of the Most High. I am a creation of the Most High, and my marriage is a creation of the Most High. So it's like, can I not give thanks for the Most High allowing me to be uh, born and brought into this world healthy, a healthy baby? All praises for allowing me to get through all that I went through. And the other one is, this is a union that you brought together, Lord. So I'm thanking you for allowing us to get through all the. You get what I'm saying? So
But celebration and
that's
thanks is two different things.
but
You
that's what
can
I'm
thank the Most
saying.
High without, and I don't know
But some
for
people
like,
they do dinners. Some people do they'll celebrate by going on a trip. They'll celebrate by, oh, this is our 10th year anniversary. I booked a special trip for us. Or this is our we're going out to dinner. We're getting dressed up and we're going out. This is our anniversary. So it's like virtually you're doing the same thing for two different causes, but it's just called two different things. So that's what I'm asking. You get it? You get dressed up, you get an outfit, you might go on a trip, you might do this, you might do that. You know, that's the birthday. You're getting dressed up, you're going out, you might book a trip. So Are we saying it's okay to acknowledge but not celebrate? Or are we saying you shouldn't acknowledge or celebrate?
I think people, it sounds like you're trying to blur the lines. Like, I feel like people try to blur the lines of celebrating and acknowledging it, two in one. Like, I'm acknowledging, like, I don't know.
No. I know the difference because I was, remember when we first started talking about this, I said I don't feel like it's anything wrong with you acknowledging, like, hey, dang, I've been alive for whatever. Like, all praise to the Most High. Or, dang, we've been married for like 10 years. All praise to the Most High. My thing is celebrating, like, making that day specifically all about the union that the Most High brought together, or making that day specifically all about yourself. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you should celebrate. I think you can acknowledge and give praise to the Most High, but leave it at that.
Yeah.
So would you feel like a post is celebrating, or do you feel like a post is acknowledging?
I would say a post is acknowledging, but again, I'm gonna just say this: to each his own. If you want to post all praise to the Most High for another year of life, that's what you want to do. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with it, and again, I feel like people do that. Well, like the sister said, it depends on the spirit they're moving in. But again, I feel like people do that to make themselves be seen. And whereas the anniversary, y'all are not necessarily celebrating yourselves. Y'all are, you know, coming together, do something nice for the growth and the things that the Most High has allowed y'all to endure through. And I feel like, but with birthdays, people are trying to celebrate themselves. Because if anything, yeah, I'm gonna just stop there.
That's just about the question since they was there. I would just leave it. But God, well, hey man, I want to know sisters' thoughts. Y'all kind of been quiet on this thing. I want to know what y'all think about this.
So let me make this clear. Birthday celebrations are a no. Like, no, I'm not advocating for that at all. The Most High is not advocating for that at all. Like, that's not what we're doing. So then Lily raised the question, okay, what about anniversary celebrations? So let's just be clear. We are not saying you can celebrate your birthday. We're not saying it at all.
Oh, no.
We are not saying that. Like, that's all.
We don't.
That's all.
No.
Let's not confuse us. But what about anniversary celebrations? That's what we're saying.
Because I think it's virtually, I don't know. That's just me. That's just the way my mind thinks. I'm just like, well, we can go out to dinner anytime. We can say our praise to the Most High anytime. It says, can you pull up the definition of celebrate? Celebrate. It says, ooh. All right. It says to acknowledge with a social gathering or enjoyable activity. I'm sorry, y'all. It says a birthday or anniversary. It says to perform a religious ceremony publicly and duly in particular officiate at, I don't know what that word saying. My bad, y'all. It says to honor or praise publicly. God.
Okay, why are we honoring and praising ourselves?
Publicly. Not inwardly, publicly. So it says my husband and I haven't ever celebrated our anniversary. Oh, my bad, y'all. Celebrate our anniversary, but I wouldn't mind doing a date night or something. Okay, Karen. No, I haven't either. I mean, I try to do date night as much as possible anyway, so we don't have to try to do those things. But, I mean, This was a very thought provoking segment. I like that.
Topics like this get people out their body and
It
frustrated.
gets the people going.
Yeah.
Mm.
The passion starts to arise. That's why I say I'm gonna stop there.
Shalawam, Sister
Because I'm getting
Yadaya. Yada yada in the building. We
Yadaya.
need some sound. We need some sound effects. Boom. IUIC, they be on point with they sound effects. Yes, it
Okay.
was. All praises.
All praises.
Look, Con. We don't want to forget. Oops. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Lights back on. Clap, clap. We don't want to forget the original topic that we were talking about, just the deception of pride. Um, did you have anything else? I had one more precept and one account to talk about, but if you wanted to go first, then I can be quiet.
No, I ain't got nothing. Go ahead.
Okay, so hmm, oh, my bad, y'all. But I was thinking about the in Genesis chapter 11, the account of the Tower of Babel, and that came from the deception of pride, because they wanted to build something so high to reach the heavens to try to figure out the things that were, above their strength, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And like Sister Abarriyah read earlier, you kind of got to stick to the things that are meat for you. You can't think about those things that are over you, least destruction come upon you, because Shalawam, um
What you
because
talking
they were destroyed and the language was scattered. Let me see. I'm gonna read 11 on down. I'm gonna read 5 on down. Khan, she said, that's a mighty point. It says pride clouds your judgment. It does. It makes you think and do things that are weird. Genesis 11 and 5, it says, and the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. Um, Actually, let me go up a little bit. I'm gonna start at 4. It says, and they said, go to, let us build up a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down in there, confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So, and as you continue to read down, you just see, what happened, because the pride of man, like pride bringing forth destruction. So you really kind of got to be careful on the things that you are, like Sister Beer was saying earlier, even your thoughts, because once you start thinking certain things, those things manifest into words, and then words into actions, and then well, words into plans, and then plans into actions, and then once you um have given into that thing, it bring forth sin, and we know that sin bring forth death. So you kind of got to be careful about the things that you're thinking, and filter filter your mind, filter the things that you're listening to that might make you have that viewpoint. And like we talked about last episode, you kind of got to filter your sister circle and make sure is it's not sisters around you that's thinking like that too, because then all of y'all going, it ain't gonna be looking good. So it ain't
about?
gonna be looking good. Free. Because most high willing, sisters, y'all are not being deceived by pride, and have humble and meek spirits. Because that's all I had for that.
Okay. Lord willing. Not as both y'all then. Lord willing, sisters have a good week to the spirit. Lord willing, is edifying. Lord willing, we'll
Con,
see y'all in 2 weeks. But kind, this was a good topic. Definitely feel like got some good stuff going and flowing. But yeah, just being humble, being there for our sisters in the best way we can, and just heavy on, thou will keep in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee. Just heavy on just living in the moment. And of course, I'm not saying be don't prepare for the times to come and just sit and be idle and ignorant. No, I'm just saying living in the moment of not taking thought for tomorrow, like the scriptures say, taking thought of, oh, is this gonna happen to me? Just not letting understanding, just focusing on the Most High because He gives us that perfect peace. Not worrying and fretting and fearing about what may come or things that may never happen. I was watching a video and that was a mighty point that a brother brought out. You're worrying and stressed out over something that may never happen. Like literally, you're being deceived by evil suspicion, and evil suspicion have overthrown your judgment. You're convincing yourself in your mind that, like, we're not the Most High. You have no idea. You are so convinced that that's going to happen. It has literally driven you crazy. You're mad now. You're a mad woman. You're mad man.
Smitten with madness.
So I just say, sisters, focus on the things that are above. Stay focused on the Most High and His precepts. That's just gonna give you that peace. Don't worry about too much of nothing else.
I'm excited for our next discussion. God. Well, sisters, y'all have a beautiful week. Most High willing, y'all stay productive through the Spirit. And don't forget, hold on, where's that? Damn, we're gonna turn the light off real quick. 21 days of loving your husband by this beautiful sister here, right here on that side. That sister right there with the beautiful hat and the beautiful glasses and the beautiful earrings and the beautiful baby. Yeah. 21 days of loving your husband by Sister Abarriyah. Don't forget the other workbook as well, okay?
All praises, all praises. Calling Bahasham not shy. All praise the Most High. Great week. Shalawam.
Shalawam.
Deuces.